Welcome to the first spiritual exercises, School of How. This tutorial looks at the cross and the resurrection, which lie at the heart of the spirit of the first spiritual exercises. A man, badly beaten, struggles up the street lined with 1,000 faces, some mocking, some righteous, and some utterly appalled. Another step and the burden becomes too great, and he crashes to his knees, the heavy crossbeam on his shoulders driving his face into the ground. At the place of the skull, he is nailed to beam and upright, wrists and feet, twisting in pain, naked on a cross. And surrounding him are faces of derision, indifference, and tears, while fear and abandonment drench the very air. This is how Jesus died, feeling abandoned by his God, comforted only by his mother and his women supporters, and one man, John. This is how he died in the vortex of everything dark in humanity, and in the audacious hope of love to fill it. 3 days later, in resurrection, God, his Father, brings Jesus back to full life, back to his mother and the women at the empty tomb. With joy, he returned to his disciples, showing wrists and feet, wounds healed, breathing peace and spirit into his friends.
The reality of my own life, with its deaths and resurrections, huge or small, quick or slow, clear or mysterious, all these meet radically with Jesus at the cross and empty tomb. When I find myself at places of suffering and abandonment, weighed down by loss, by guilt or illness, I can invite Jesus to be there if I so desire. He will come to my cross and tomb, and he will give me life and company there. If this is true at such times, then potentially every occasion I meet God can be an occasion of my healing, my freedom, the lifting of my heavy burdens. The first spiritual exercises is just such an occasion. In every spiritual exercise, my cry for help is brought into relationship with the God of life.
If the first spiritual exercises opened up only the joys, gratitudes, and the high points of my life, it would be a pale imitation of the greater gifts that the Trinity offers me, and useless for the suffering that life will bring to me. Rather, every spiritual exercise will bring me into relationship with Jesus the healer, with the one who can banish all the demons that may hound me. Every spiritual exercise will bring me under the power of the Holy Spirit to renew, to strengthen, and to give me hope in every trial. Indeed, every spiritual exercise will bring me to the God of comfort and all encouragement, to lift me high above the swamping waves, never to abandon me, to hold me close. Every spiritual exercise will bring me before the creativity of the Creator, to recreate me, to refresh me, and to grow me back into greening relationships with the people around me, with my community, with a new heaven and a new earth.
Further, there are a great number of single spiritual exercises and even 2 full retreats that can take me directly to particular desires for healing and new life in the present moment. This is the Creator, Jesus, and Spirit at work in the first spiritual exercises. And this is what receivers of the first spiritual exercises report. Like Mary Magdalene at the empty tomb, new life and transformation. Exercise after exercise, retreat after retreat, year after year.
A man and 2 friends trudge along the dusty road to the city. A small pilgrim's chapel comes into view. The man halts and asks his friends to wait as he goes inside to pray. Now, he knows he is on the right road, but fears what will happen when he reaches the city. Will all his hopes come to pass? He bows his head, tears running down his face. His only prayer is to be placed by God with Jesus on the road ahead. Then God the Father becomes present to him, promising to be with him in Rome, the city ahead, and with him in the mission that will grow from it. He places the man, Ignatius, with his son Jesus, and his son Jesus with Ignatius. And the Jesus who appeared to Ignatius stood before him carrying his cross on his shoulders, inviting Ignatius and his companions with gentle affection to join in his ministry. So, Ignatius places the first exercises with those people for whom the burden has become too great, who have crashed to their knees, feeling driven into the ground, powerless, awaiting resurrection.